Well, okay, I guess my live is starting in now. It's actually 4 o'clock. Man, it doesn't seem like it's 4 o'clock already. So anyway, my name is Ray Albert, and I'm with Milford Connecticut Marketing, and I wanted to do this live to help local service businesses that are struggling to get found on Google. Now, Google is a platform where everybody wants to be, right? And the best place that you can be is in the 3-pack, or the maps, whatever you want to call it. But a lot of people don't realize how to get there, right? They either they build a website. First of all, they try to do it cheap, and they build a website, or they have their friend build a website, or their cousin build a website, or somebody that says they can build a website, or a web developer build a website, but they don't know anything about SEO or how to get this site found on Google. Then they go out and they try to buy some cheap marketing plan or whatever, and it doesn't work because they don't know what they're doing either. And I just got a client a couple weeks ago that had been trying to use big box SEO companies for the last 3 years and has never made any gains on Google. And I've been with them for 2 weeks and already starting to make gains. Only because it's not like it's very difficult, but there's a way that you have to do it. Now, Google is just a machine, and the machine has an algorithm. So what Google's job is to serve up what they want to know, like whatever the inquiry is, okay? If the search intent is for finding a new roof, Google's going to go out to the internet and try to find the best roofing company, the best results for them. And that's its job, okay? And if Google did its job correctly every time, there'd only be one search result. That's what they say. But that's not the case. And so how does Google going to find your website, okay? Basically, it starts out with on-page optimization. And what on-page optimization is exactly is telling Google what your site is about, what it is that you do, the hours that you open, where you're located at, and things of that nature. And so if you do it right, if you tell Google exactly what Google wants to know in order for them and Google to be able to serve the result to the person making the search intent, then you have a chance of getting found on Google. So in this first week, okay, because I'm going to do this live every week for a while to see how it goes and to see if people are interested and to see if I can make a difference, because my whole thing is about creating value for you and showing you what you can do, okay? So let's start with on-page optimization. I'm going to show you some things that I found when I was looking on the internet, okay? So I'm going to switch over to my desktop now, and I'll see you there. Okay, so I'm on my desktop now, and you should be able to see it, and it's a Google page. And so what I do is I have this little thing right here that I can actually, it's called GS Location Changer, and right now I have my location in Waterbury, Connecticut, because I'm doing research for the new client that I have who's in Waterbury. Now, if I type into Google roofing contractor, and I'm going to get the results, and the first thing in the results is you're going to see, the ads. Okay, this is what people are paying for to be shown here in the results, and this is what's called the map pack. Okay, and this right here is another ad that somebody's paying for. See, it says sponsored, right? But this is the organic 3-pack. This is the map pack. This is where people want to be found, okay? But if you, if I go over to here to more, and I scroll down to the bottom, and so these people are way on the bottom, and this person doesn't even have a website. And if I go to that location right there, say Hire Roofing Company LLC, you're going to see over here in my Plepper account here that this person is, the categories are roofing contractor service establishment. Now, service establishment, I don't think should even be in the categories if he's a roofing contractor, right? But if you go and you look at the website, you can see that as soon as you land on the page, there's nothing saying anything about roofing except for when you start scrolling down here. You can see a little bit of content. You can see probably some work that they have done. I guess this might be the owner. I don't know. And that's it. There's hardly any content here. But if I use these minions, and this is another Chrome extension that is free to do, and I suggest that if any of you are serious about doing on-page SEO, you get this little tool right here, because when you click on this tool and you analyze the on-page SEO, you can see right away that the title does not say anything about roofing contractor. There's no description at all. And H1, which is one of the most important tags on the website itself, has nothing about roofing contractor. So in the best scenario, this title would have roofing contractor, Waterbury, Connecticut, and then maybe their brand name at the end. And in the description, they would also have roofing contractor, Waterbury, Connecticut. We are hire a roofing company. We're the best in Waterbury, whatever you want to put there for a title. And then an H1 description should also mimic the title, in which it should say roofing contractor, Waterbury, Connecticut, maybe their brand name at the end. Okay, so that's telling Google exactly what this website is all about. If I go here, this is their H1 tag here. We are certified GAF contractors. Now, this H1 tag should, like I say roofing contractor, Waterbury, Connecticut, and the branding at the end. Okay, so that's wrong. Everything's wrong about this website, so this is why Google is not showing them. If I go to another website here, let's go up to another one. Let's go up a little bit higher, and let me right mouse click on this one. And look at this website here. Now, as you can see, now this one is a little bit more robust, right? You can tell it's a roofing company. They got their phone number here. Everything above the fold is made for what I call conversions, okay? So call, this is a telecall number, so if you're on your mobile device, you just touch that, you can call them. This is another telecall number. You scroll down, this is probably another telecall number. And it's telling you, you know, you're expert roofing contractor in Wolcott, Connecticut. It's not Waterbury, but they're showing up down there because their SEO is a little bit better, and they're out Wolcott, not in Bristol. Okay, so if I look at their on-page SEO, you can see it's a little bit better. Roofing contractors, Wolcott, Connecticut, and they made a mistake here. You can't rank in two towns on the same page, okay? If you wanted to rank for Bristol, Connecticut, you would have to create a separate page for that. R&R Roofing. So if they took out Bristol, Connecticut, that would be a correct title. And as you can see, are you in need of a reliable roofing contractor in Bristol, Connecticut? So he should be targeting Bristol, Connecticut, and not Wolcott, Connecticut. So he's a little bit mixed up there. Your expert roofing contractors. And you can see how the SEO is a little bit better on this page. So if I go and do one more, let's go back up here and let's do one more. Okay, now again at the top of the fold, you know, get your free estimate. They have, you know, the services and the contact there, a telecall number here. There's a residential and commercial roofing services. We're the best roofing company in the state of Connecticut, satisfaction guaranteed. You know, roofing inspection. So this is set up also for conversions. If I go here, if I go here and I analyze the page, okay, best roofing contractor in Waterbury, Connecticut, mega construction. Now that's a title. That's a correct title. Best roofing contractor in Waterbury, Connecticut, and neighborhood cities. Call this number today for your free estimate and ask about our free gutters. So they're offering free gutters. And the H1 tag, I don't know why there's 4 here, but they're all saying the same thing: residential, commercial roofing services. So commercial roofing, okay, residential and commercial. So they're trying to get two keywords, residential and commercial. But you can see how it's a little bit better. And this is what I'm talking about when I talk about on-page SEO. So when I'm talking about that, as you can see, there's different ways that you can word things. But basically, you want to tell Google what your business is, where you're located, what the keyword is. That's the main thing, is to have the keyword in the title itself. Because if you're a roofing contractor, you want Google to know you're a roofing contractor, and it has to be congruent with your Google My Business page. Now, you can do this in many ways. You can have somebody that knows how to do these tags do it for you. You could do it yourself. Myself, I'm using a WordPress website, and I can go in the back of my WordPress website to the page itself, and I can edit the page and edit all the titles and the tags and the descriptions and everything else to get the on-page correct. Okay, and you know, that's not even including the content that's on the page, but this is basic SEO. This is what you need to do first. And I bet you that 99% of you out there, well, I'm not going to say 99%, maybe 70% of you out there, if you just do those few things, change your title tag, change your description and your H1 tag to all represent what you're doing, if you're a roofing contractor, if you're a window installer, whatever it is, and you know, use your keyword and city, so roofing installer, Waterbury, Connecticut, you know, John Hancock Roofing, whatever, and that's what you should do through your title, description, and your H1 tag. Okay, so you know, if you want, I could do this for you as well. And I also have a free tool that I want to show you that you can use it's a platform that I use that I can give you access for free, where you can monitor all your SEO on one page. Okay, so this would make it easy for you, right? So what you would want to do is, let me open up another Google page here, and I will switch me back over to my machine. And here we are in Google again. And so if you just type in here, login, and there it is right there, login, milfordctmarketing.com. If you just type that in right there, you're going to come up to this page right here. And this is the to get to my business app. Okay, and this is an app that you can get totally free to help yourself. Okay, this is going to give you all the analytics you could ever need. Okay, so if you don't have an account already, which I don't think any of you do, all you would have to do is click down here to create an account. And when you go to create an account, if you already have a business and a Google business profile, if you just search for your business here, like let me try one. Okay, like this one right here, if this was you, then you would just click on that and it would fill out all your information that you would have. But if you go to search for your business and you can't find it, then what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to click here to manually create an account. So what you would do is you would put your email, your first name, last name, you know, you just fill this information out. And when it comes to business category, make sure you try to get the right category. When you go down here, you could type in like roofer. Let's see what happens here. So home services roofing, right? So you could do something like that, or see windows, home services, window washing, window installation. So you see how you could find your business category, right? And so you fill all that out. You'd say you're not a robot, and you create the account. And what would happen is it would say, okay, your account's created. Go to your email and verify your email, which you go to email and you click on the link in the email, and it would have you log in with a temporary password, and then you would get to your, I got one open up here. This is what it looks like in the back end, and this is what you would see, right? And all you would have to do is go to your settings and change your password. Okay, so then and then here, this is how you get started with this. Okay, so you click on Get Started. You can watch this video if you want to. It tells you all about this business app right here and the dashboard. But what you would want to do is you want to connect your accounts. So you can connect all of your accounts that you have to see all the analytics on this front page, right? So like I say, get started and click on Connect Accounts. And for some reason it's not connecting here. But you would see, like Facebook, Google Business Profile, Google Search Console, and all that stuff. And you would just click on there to activate these accounts. And when you activate the accounts, you're going to be able to see data up here. Okay, so it's going to tell you the impressions that you get, the engagement, the leads, which means people that call you or fill out a form or something to that effect. And you'd be able to see that. Now, if there's a service that you want, all you would have to do is come down here to billing settings, and then add a payment method in here, and then you be able to go to the store if you wanted to buy some of the services that I have. Okay, which I sell services fairly cheaply, a lot cheaper than you can get from any SEO company, I believe. So like say if you wanted to do, let's say On Page, right? You would just, type in On Page, and here you go, done for you On Page SEO one time, $210. Or if you needed to do keyword research, right? You would type that in and you click on keyword research. And when you click on those things, it goes to the store. It tells you exactly, what the keyword research is and what it's all about. If you want to do it or buy it, you just add it to your cart. And if you got your credit card online, you just pay, with your credit card. Simple as that. So let me go back here to the front end. And so this is how I'm trying to help people. Okay, you can do this all yourself. You don't need me to do this. All you need to do is find somebody that knows how to do a little bit of SEO, or maybe you could, YouTube, how do I do on page, just simple on page, technical on page SEO for my website. If you have a WordPress website, or if you have a Wix website, or if you have a GoDaddy website, all of them platforms have their different ways of doing SEO. Because for me, I use a plugin called Rank Math to do my SEO, and like with Wix, they have their own SEO built into their platform. Okay, and you could do the same thing with GoDaddy. You could get a WordPress website, and with GoDaddy you got to pay for everything. It's like a la carte, right? So if you want WordPress, you got to pay for that. If you want your cPanel, you got to pay for that. If you want SSL, you got to pay for that. It's like pay. That's why I just do self-hosting with HostGator or Bluehost. It's a lot cheaper, only $15 a month. You can have as many websites as you want, and I'm not affiliated, so I'm just giving them a plug, right? So if there's any questions with what I've done so far, I don't know if there is any questions. I'm just doing this to help people, and I had a few glitches here because this is the first time me doing this, so I'm looking around and trying to figure things out at the same time. So if there's any questions, this is going to be recorded. It's going to be in my my free group that I posted online here. But it's Milford, Connecticut Marketing, Small Business Marketing in the groups. Okay, that's what it is. I hope that you learned something. If I can help you with anything, just contact me. Just you can go to my profile. You can email me. You can call me. You can do whatever to contact me. Okay, or you can create your own profile on that platform. You can connect all your stuff to it, and you don't even have to buy stuff from me in the store. You could just do the SEO and things like that, and then go back to your dashboard and see how everything's working after a week or two. Okay, so next week I'm going to talk about Google Business Profile, because your website and Google Business Profile is supposed to work together. And so I'm going to show you how to set that up really simply. And the categories, as you've seen a little brief view of how some people put in the wrong categories in their Google Business Profile, so they're not going to be shown in the maps. This is Ray Albert with Milford Connecticut Marketing. This is fun. I hope to see you in the next live. Thanks a lot for watching.